My feelings from the heart. And when you keep your eyes upon the prize like that, it's better for your writing simply because what you say, being a human being yourself, will relate to most human beings. It doesn't matter what color or what have you. And it worked for me. Many of these songs come from the heart, and they were about the different movements, about the challenge of black people and other minorities trying to be equal in this society. And it was more important for me to say that than to ride the line of just what the fads were and what was supposed to be.
We just heard a clip from Curtis Mayfield Brothers, and Curtis was talking about his music, and he was talking about how he approached songwriting and things that inspired him. These are things that many songwriters, I think, during the time, and many artists, because Curtis was an artist as well as a songwriter, didn't touch. They didn't touch. It wasn't something that they went into because of, well, I don't know if it's because of sometimes maybe fear of controversy or what have you.
Well, I thought, I still think today that Curtis was led by the Spirit. Mm-hmm. By him being the kind of man that he was, I think he was like, he wrote through inspiration.
Yes.
I didn't think there was any cut card to Curtis's music. In the earlier days, he started his own record company or his own record label. Mm-hmm. And that gave him a certain amount of control with his creativity. And when you're led by the Spirit, you're going to produce what comes through. And that's why his lyrics had such consciousness, content
embedded
to it.
In them. Mm-hmm.
And, you know, it's like whatever he felt at the moment, it came out there. And I think that that is what separated Curtis as a lyricist from the others. That he was not just a romanticist in his writing. He wrote what he was led to write, which affected other people's lives.
Yes, that's a good comment. Actually, I'll say, too, that Curtis went against the norm, against the grain. Mm-hmm. In the music industry, you hear a lot about the word, you got to be commercial. Yeah. I don't think he, took heed to that. He went against being commercial to bring us some good structural lyrics that motivated us on, as you mentioned, and elevated us to another level in life.
So he wasn't worried about the commercialism? No, because they always say you wasn't commercial. They told Bobby Womack,
they sure did.
But you're not commercial. You know, they did that all the time. And so you had somebody like Curtis come along and say, well, I'm not worried about the commercialism. I have a message. I have something that I want to say. And he said it at the time in which he said it, it had a tremendous impact. And I think also you had songs like Keep on Pushing, Wherever You Lead It, Mighty Mighty Spade and White. You had songs like that. And whereas you had the major radio stations, some of the in the industry, whereas they would play songs like Gypsy Woman, but they wouldn't play Keep on Pushing, or maybe they wouldn't play Mighty Mighty Spade and White.
We're a Winner. That was
We're
a
Winner.
Great
a lot of stations.
Too, yeah.
He said himself that during the time, a lot of stations wouldn't play We're a Winner.
That's true.
A lot of the white stations wouldn't play We're a Winner.
I remember that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And I guess that's just a part of what it takes to be successful, in the sense that he knew what he wanted to do, and he didn't compromise on it.
But Curtis had a fan base, Danny, and there were just so many of us that was just waiting for Curtis's new release.
Yeah.
It didn't matter whether it was commercial. We made it commercial because we just enjoyed his creativity so much in music that it didn't have to have any commercialism to it.
Right.
We just wanted some Curtis.
Right.
And, that's how people were. In most arenas, they didn't even refer to him as Curtis Mayfield. It was always Curtis.
Yeah.
That's a big topic, because his first album, his first solo album was entitled Curtis.
Yeah, and that's how we referred to him.
Very first album was entitled as Curtis. I think we were in tune with Curtis, and he was in tune with the people.
That's right.
During that time.
Right.
Now, the impact that Curtis Mayfield William has had on your music, and a major hit that you came out with some years ago, it was really phenomenal. How did that come about?
Be thankful for what you've got. Definitely a Curtis Mayfield influence, because during that era, there was the Cadillac with the diamond in the back and the antennas, and I saw that going on in the neighborhood. Matter of fact, Leon, who was here with me, he saw that, and we wrote about what we saw. But we wanted to put a message there because Curtis always had a message.
Right.
So the message was be thankful for what you got, which was basically saying you might not have the latest or fanciest car, but you can still stand tall. Be thankful for what you got.
In other words, you're still somebody.
That's right, exactly.
We thank you for coming, brother, and you're going to perform that song for us right about now, and we're looking forward to it. Just be thankful for what you got, Willam-Devaugh.
Though you may not drive a great big Cadillac, gangsta white walls, TV antennas in the back, you may not have a car at all. My brothers and sisters, you can still stand tall. Just be thankful for what you've got. Diamond in the back, sunroof top, digging the sea with the gasoline. Woo-hoo. Diamond in the back, sunroof top, digging the scene with the gangster lane. Woo-hoo. Diamond in the back, sunroof top, digging the scene with the gangster lane. Woo-hoo. Diamond in the back, sunroof top, digging the scene with the gangster lane. Woo-hoo. Diamond in the back, sunroof top, digging the scene with the gasoline. Woo-hoo. Though you may not drive a great big Cadillac, diamond in the back, sunroof top, digging the scene with the gasoline. Gangsta white walls, TV antennas in the back. You may not have a car at all, but remember, brothers and sisters, you can still stand tall. Just be thankful for what you've got.